This was the toughest interview ever, but the candidates were stunned as soon as they received the test. The test was just a blank sheet of paper with nothing on it. The candidates were confused but didn't dare speak up. Before the test began, the examiner had announced 3 strict rules. They couldn't talk to the examiner or security. They couldn't leave the room. They couldn't dirty the test paper. Breaking any of these rules would lead to disqualification. And there was only one correct answer to this interview.
Any questions?
No one dared to speak after hearing the rules, because the first rule of the exam is not to talk to the examiner. Seeing no one respond, the examiner started an 80-minute countdown and left the room, staring at the blank paper. No one knew what to do. They didn't even know what the question was. It was clear that landing this $960,000 a year job wouldn't be easy. As time ticked by, one woman finally couldn't take it anymore. She assumed the company wanted them to write a job report, so she began writing on the paper. But before she could even finish her first sentence, a security guard came over. Without a word, he kicked her out of the room. She had violated the third rule, dirtying the test paper. Seeing that the woman was eliminated because of her writing, the crowd hurriedly put down their pens. While everyone was feeling helpless, Jack suddenly smiled. He realized the examiner had only listed 3 rules, so as long as you didn't break any of them, you were fine. To test his theory, he greeted Tom beside him. Sure enough, the guard didn't react. Feeling bolder, Jack stood up without hesitation. He even started walking around the room and doing Chinese kung fu. To his surprise, the guard still didn't react. Seeing Jack wasn't disqualified, others finally dared to speak and began discussing why the paper was blank. Then Ellie stood up and suggested the paper might be made of special material. Maybe the question would appear under certain lighting. Others agreed with her reasoning, so they began shining lights on the paper, trying to reveal hidden questions. But after all their experiments, nothing appeared on the paper. At that moment, David thought maybe ultraviolet, infrared, or X-rays could reveal the text. But the room didn't have any of those light sources. As everyone sank into disappointment, Sandy suddenly noticed what looked like an emergency light on the wall. Maybe that light was the key to revealing the test. To test the theory, Jack immediately smashed the emergency light on the wall.